Hello everyone, and welcome to this morning's gentle flow for you and your little ones. I wanted to do something fun that you would want to integrate with you and your family, and you would want to do together, and you could just breathe and flow and just really come together. That's what we're here for, to come together on our mats. And yeah, so thank you very much for joining me, and let's begin. We're going to roll out our mats, and once we've done that, we're going to come to the back of our mats, and we're going to kneel onto our knees, have our feet underneath, and we're just going to slowly but surely come into ourselves. We're going to put our hands one on top of the other, right on top of the left, and your thumbs can be touching. We're going to gently close our eyes, and we will inhale and feel our stomachs rise, our chest and our clavicles rise. And with our exhale, feel our stomach compress and our chest compress and our clavicles compress. And inhale and exhale. Breathing a little bit deeper now. Bringing that awareness back into our bodies. We're going to come into tabletop position. Our hands are going to be positioned under our shoulders, and our feet, or our knees, are going to be positioned under our hips. Our hands are spread out, our fingers are spread out, and we're putting our pressure into our palms rather anywhere else. And we're just going to sway from side to side in this kind of puppy or cat-like posture, swaying our hips from side to side as we breathe in and out, exhaling deeply and fully. Now we're going to stop rocking back and forth, and we're going to slowly begin to inhale and arc upwards, looking up and arcing our chest upwards, and exhaling and folding and rolling and really pushing into those shoulders and pushing and arcing our back upwards to cat position or to cow position, and exhaling to cat position. Inhaling here and exhaling. And inhaling and exhaling. And slowly we're going to return to a neutral spine, so a flat back. We're going to inhale our right hand upwards, look up to that arm and feel that nice stretch in your right chest. Stretch up and exhale, releasing that arm underneath and folding onto your shoulder, and bringing your left hand in front of you and really pushing into that shoulder, pushing into both shoulders, feeling the stretch in the right shoulder blades and feeling the stretch over in the left. Just breathing deeply and fully here. Ensuring our hips aren't splayed too much over to one side nor the other. We're really maintaining a strong integrity in the core here. And last exhale. And slowly we'll bring that left hand close to us, pushing into that palm and inhaling that right hand up and looking up and stretching back down. And then we'll repeat the same on the left side now. So inhaling that left hand up, stretching and feeling that really big stretch in your chest and in your left shoulder blade. And exhaling and releasing down to the mat, Slowly and gently moving your right hand forward as you come into this position that really, really opens up the left shoulder blade. Again, maintaining that stability and that strength in your core, and you're not swaying too much to one side nor the other, maintaining that integrity the entire time. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling fully. Bringing your right hand palm closer to you and exhaling. Reaching that left hand back up and stretching for one last time. And coming back into your tabletop position. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to just come back onto our toes back here and push back. Gently allowing the forehead to come to the floor if you're able to do that. Just really feeling that stretch in your groin and this lovely, lovely position that opens everything up. You can stretch your hands out in front of you to maintain that stretch in your shoulders, or you can bring your hands back behind you. Give yourself a nice little hug. Hug the toes with your hands. And inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, coming back onto all fours, and exhaling, tucking those toes under and slowly bringing your hips upwards towards the sky. With this, we really want to ensure that our stomachs are tucked in close to you're bringing your belly button into holding and maintaining that integrity in your core, and ensuring, looking back gently underneath you and ensuring your legs are in a line, and gently looking forward, ensuring your hands are in a line with your shoulders. And if you need, bring your hips or your legs out, your feet out, and as wide as your hips to allow a little bit more of a stretch and allow a little bit more space and room for yourself if you need that this morning. And just slowly and surely breathing in and feeling your belly button right against your spine, and exhaling and releasing, and just walking those heels out if that feels good. And coming into neutral, and slowly but surely walking those feet towards your hands. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling and coming up to a flat back. Exhaling and releasing. Inhaling, raising our hands up and coming up with a flat back. Inhaling, stretching upwards, reaching up towards the sky, up, 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 and bringing those hands all the way back down to our chests, right into the center of our hearts, bringing all that energy right back in for us. After we're just putting it out, we're always trying to bring it back as well. So centering ourselves, keeping our fingers together, just really ensuring that we keep that energy right now. Bringing our hands to our sides and coming into a lovely just mountain pose, just standing here and feeling the integrity, just standing in our feet, just really, really strong, palms are facing forwards. Inhaling those hands back up. Inhale, coming into a slight back bend, and exhaling, releasing all the way down. Inhaling to a flat back, and exhaling, releasing down. Inhaling, coming to a plank position. If it's easier, we can keep our knees on the floor and just come back into that tabletop position. But if we want this morning, we're going to come into a plank position. So we're going to ensure that our hands are right underneath our shoulders, our fingers are fully spread. We're really maintaining that integrity in our palms and pushing into the ground, and really bringing that core into holding your core in and feeling the strength that it's providing yourself, making sure you're on the pads of your feet, rather your toes, and just really ensuring that integrity. Now we're going to exhale down to our knees and releasing chaturanga, just a gentle release down to the floor. Exhaling fully and entirely, and slightly inhaling. We're coming up to Cobra. A little arc in the back, just a baby cobra, first thing for the morning. Tucking those toes under, inhaling and exhaling back into downward facing dog. Moving around in your feet again, inhaling that right foot up, coming into a three-legged dog, exhaling and bringing that right leg in and up to the front of the mat, framed in between your two hands. Releasing your left knee down to the floor, inhaling and bringing your hands up to your heart. Making sure you're not too splayed over, your knee isn't pouring over your toes or anything else. Making sure in your low lunge your integrity is really there and both of your hips are facing forwards. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that release in the hips. We're going to inhale, bringing that right foot back and up. And exhale, release down to the floor. We're going to inhale that left leg up now. Inhale, folding and bringing it forward in between our two hands. As you can see, I need a little bit of a help, so I lift my heel up with my hand and I place it in between my two hands, framed by my foot, releasing my right knee down to the floor. Inhaling those hands back to heart center. Feeling the release in the psoas and your right hip and your hip flexor, all those good juicy parts, especially if we're sitting lots. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, framing that left foot again, bringing it back to meet the right in another high plank. Just staying here for a moment, making sure your core is strong. Inhaling and exhaling, pushing yourself back up into downward facing dog. Great job, guys. I'm so happy we can be here today, folks, together. I'm glad we're able to flow together. Thank you for being here. Thank yourselves. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and slowly but surely stepping, hopping, or slowly walking to the front of your mat and coming into a forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, releasing. Inhaling, coming up, just stepping back so you all can see me in frame. Inhaling, coming into our slight back bend, and exhaling, back to heart. Hands back to heart center. Now we're going to come for we're going to come into a cross-legged position as we just slowly start to wind down again after we got the blood flowing. I'm going to bring my right leg on top of my left leg. I'm in half lotus. If this is not comfortable for you, please just come into a half cross-legged position, fully cross-legged position, or if you prefer, how we started, kneeling, if you prefer. So we're going to bring our hands all around, feeling all that energy we just put out, inhaling it back into our heart center, and exhaling, releasing. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I really am so happy we could breathe and flow together, and I really, truly hope to see you again soon. From my heart to yours, so much love.